Can you please give me dirty waters that Jesus walked on? Give me that up in the front. Oh, but up in the back, give me a pack of ramen noodles streaming down my bike, coming down my back.
I've already prayed for Deshaun's. I prayed over his legs, his limbs. Where I'm from, I'm a Southern child. Bone on neck bones, collard greens, country greens.
You know what I'm talking about, people? You see how they won't leave Jameis Winston alone? Lou Young, hilarious. But legacy, people. You see how it's all connected? Let's go.
That's a W. That's E1. That's E1. That's a W.
As a matter of fact, when somebody tells you they have a capability, give them the benefit of the doubt that they can do what they say they're capable of. Just do that. Don't, especially if you bet, don't lose your money on a losing bet. What up, people? Today is a glorious day. I just got a challenge. When somebody says they can do something and they've been there before, just believe it. This is going to be a lesson learned. Harsh lesson learned. It's beautiful. Beautiful day. Yeah, we about to get it, baby. Okay. Huh? All I'm going to say is, Tuck, you're my guy. We have faith in you. Been riding with you. But I'm coming. Pause. My skill is, I'm not just a barber. I'm a former athlete. I'm available and I'm willing to kick anything 45 or less. You got the 50 and up, but the close range, Tuck, get it together, baby. We need you. We need you. Or else I'm here.
Yeah.
What up, people? It's your boy, back in the building, E-Man the Barber, Goat in the Making, Savannah Extraordinaire, your barber's favorite barber, and traveling podcast host, motivational enthusiast, and, you know, the effervescent and vibrant guy you see on your phone or TV. You know, that dude, and you see it. So before we get down to the nitty gritty and the Ravens letdown, I've kind of been seeing a confluent theme that's been happening. And the end of the year, it seems like a lot of memorials is happening, which means a lot of people are passing, legends and had a great career and what they did and things like that. So just made me think, when it comes to legacy, what do you want to leave behind that's said about you? I've been asked this question before while I've been doing other podcasts and expanding the brand and listening to other people's podcasts and just getting their perspective or outlook or how they deem or what they want to leave behind for others. So with everything that's been happening in the culture and in society and relative to what's about to happen in the future, it's like, what do you want to be said about you left behind? Just the most imminent examples. You got the living legend Mike Tyson fighting YouTube sensation and social media influencer Jake Paul. And that was the biggest publicity stunt I've seen this year.
Fight was most definitely rigged. Here's some evidence you might have missed. Tyson was doing fantastic at the beginning, landing some big shots and knocking Jake around the ring. But that changed when Paul clinched with Tyson. It's alleged he whispered into Tyson's ear to cool it, and the message was confirmed received by Tyson with the affirming tap on the back. After that moment, Tyson became a stick in the mud, standing directly in front of Paul with no more aggressiveness to him. Like here, for instance, Tyson can see the right hand plain as day and makes no attempt to slip it.
I know my man Mike is 58 or 60, whatever, close to 60, but he held back his punching ability. He might have been a little high, I don't know. But the man, of course, he looked old and tired at the end or towards the middle and to the end. Being honest, Mike definitely walked away with a smooth 20 mil just to waste kind of everybody's time.
My next reason is Tyson was definitely pulling his punches. Tyson looked as if he was struggling to hold back and not throw punches at Paul. Here's a perfect example. Tyson deflects the shot off his shoulder, comes up in perfect position to land a counter right hand, but does nothing. Very uncharacteristic. And my final reason is Tyson biting his glove. The reason he was doing this was to remind himself not to throw punches and let Jake control the pace. Was this fight a fake? Let me know in the comments.
Did y'all see him hold back his punches too? Or pull back? Or settle in? Because I remember one round, I think he only threw 7 punches in 2 minutes. I know it's an older Mike, but this is still Iron Mike Tyson. Well, no, this is Mike Tyson. But Iron Mike Tyson, who we seen in the previews, sold us a pipe dream a little bit. And even in the interviews, I know you promote the fight and everything, but definitely thought he should have sat Jake down at least once. Not saying knock him out, but sit him down, big fella. Just for entertainment purposes. Since you let that Wahite dude walk away with the dub. At least sit him down once. I'm glad I didn't stay up and watch it. I just watched it in the morning. Because of the lag and all that, man.
Has time. Now locates Barkley out of the backfield. Barkley slips 2 tackles.
Here comes the Hail Mary with the game on the line.
Play clock at 5. Pressure from Thomas off the edge. Eli Manning stays on his feet. Airs it out down. Final play of the game. In regulation. It is. Here's Edelman. Is the running back. Play action. And Manning's going to heave one.
When it comes to legacy, his real fight legacy is already established. It was scratchy. It had its ups and downs. It had its almost like perfect movie role, except he didn't go out on top. But when he was in his dominance, he was the level of just the best of the best that nobody could see at that moment. Would you want to be somebody that was at the top of your industry or the top of your career or that realm in that career, that particular set, and now you're still getting paid, of course. I ain't get a check, but it don't look good no more, especially for your name to carry the weight that it carries. What I seen one of the most interesting stories in a while for all you nerds out there and blurs, 2 young sisters, I think either high school or college, but just off of reminiscence, these young, beautiful black women had the knowledge and the audacity to already prove a proven formula or mathematical theory. No, it's a formula. The Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. It connects to trigonometry.
2 high school students solved a 2,000-year-old math problem thought to be impossible. And here is that update. Almost 2 years ago, I posted about this story, but their proof hadn't been peer-reviewed yet. And now it has! Not only has it held up, but they provided 9 more proofs. Trigonometry, which probably made some of you openly gag, is the relationship between angles and sides. The Pythagorean theorem, which you learned in school, is one of those relationships. The problem was, this was impossible to prove with trigonometry, but without using this one specifically. Basically, it was proving itself with itself, which is called circular reasoning, which is like a definition of a word having the word in its definition.
They somehow came up with more proofs.
But they provided 9 more proofs.
To make that formula even more relevant and solidified for some reason, somehow.
What Jackson and Johnson did was prove the theorem with trigonometry, but without it using itself. Now, there are two other mathematicians before them who accomplished something similar. They used what's called the law of sines, which you can watch them explain in this 60 Minutes interview. Their paper has been published on American Mathematical Monthly, where it's been held up to peer review. There might be some more battles ahead because presenting a new proof to the math world is a lot like going to court, where you really need to defend yourself. But so far, it's looking like it's going in the books.
Yeah, they just went super duper Einstein mode and just got in their mathematician bag and just blew the doors off the proofs. And the equation is even more substantial and solidified. And the potential for their legacy and the trajectory is just mind blowing because they're still young. So it's like their legacy skyrocketing. Another legacy that's skyrocketing, my guy. And my guy. And I already know what y'all going to say. Well, what about Bron? All right, we know. I know what Bron is. Yes, he's killing it too. He's coming off of 4 straight triple doubles. Guess what? Mike got 11. And that's my guy. That's my GOAT. So call it what you want. Call it what it is. Call it what you will. I don't care. But Bron is still, he up there, ain't nothing wrong with number 2. But right now, my guy's cooking. You see what he did in the Olympics, and that's the best player in the league right now.
Skillfully, Lamar Jackson is the greatest quarterback to ever play the game of football, and I promise you that's not a hot take. Have you ever witnessed a quarterback that can give you 1,000 yards on the ground while simultaneously leading the NFL in passing touchdowns?
Negating what just happened over the weekend. I know. Don't have to mention it. I'm going to talk about it, all right? So, the way the labor work they put in behind the scenes to be as good and as great as they are, champions and MVPs, best of the best in the league at one time, best of the best now, and just to see how astonishing they can be in the moment. That's the thing. Being great in the moment when the cameras is all on you and you cook and you just do jaw-dropping plays and just like blow the doors off of reality is like, yeah, skill set, this is what regular looks like, but this is what superhuman looks like.
Come on now, dawg. Come on, man.
Ocho.
So yeah, people like that. Legacies is just going to be outstanding. Steph's the best, the greatest, hands down, not even arguably, the best shooter, professional shooter of all time in the NBA. And I said in the NBA because I don't know if you've seen him before, but lethal shooter, the internet sensation and the basketball trainer. He's another one.
I'm in Kenya right now at the Kenyan Wind Farm. Basketball history. I understand it now. This for all of my followers. Thank you. Come on, guys.
Y'all better stop playing me in the comments. I read them all. Somebody told me to shoot a gummy from half court, but I'm gonna do it off one leg.
You're taking that too far, bro.
You can never not take it too far. I'm crazy. Come here. You guys see what it is? I understand it now. I told y'all. Stop playing with me in the comments. Stop playing with me. Y'all better stop playing.
How? Hold on, bro. How? I'm saying, how? Like, this.
If I was a bet man, I probably would bet on him against Steph. That's the only guy. And just touching on it loosely, Trump getting in his second term as the president of the U.S. somehow. How? And we know what that legacy looked like. It's very controversial and it's crazy work, to say the lightest. But he's back, and in instances like this, you get what you asked for, and you're gonna pay for what you paid for and voted for. Now, God don't like ugly. God don't like ugly.
Oh, ain't that right? He ain't lying.
And then you got also people like Sydney Mclaughlin, who might be the best woman track star we've ever seen. This woman has all the long distance races, 400 flat and 400 meters, and now she might drop down to the 200 and tackle that beast. If she wants, she might try her hand at the 100. Who knows? This girl just got that gift. Like, she's racing against herself. And it is one of the greatest things I've ever seen, real time, all time. So with that, it's like, what do you want to be said about you when it's all said and done? And mine is already self-said in my titles and when I list my monikers, and just gassing the intro up of people, not only me, but whoever I have on. I want to leave behind not only doing this a clean and holy way and wholesome way, especially the life I live, church boy, spiritual, not Christian, but church boy, saved church boy, and your favorite traveling barber podcast host. It's kind of like I want to leave behind a small blueprint of what can be accomplished when you want to be interesting from beyond the chair. Going to network with influencers and people that's leading in the industry, going to different barber events and seeing what goes on, what competitions, what new products, and what brands and brand ambassadors that you can link up with. And then just picking their brain and having fun and doing street interviews, which people like to do. Be interesting with interesting people, or make a moment that's not, it doesn't seem like nothing, but make it enticing and make it look more eventful than what it is. That's all and that's what it is. That's what I want to leave behind. It's like, because there's so many things to do and so many facets and aspects that you can do from beyond the chair than just being a stylist or a hair cutter or a barber. And even in that might be your niche, like while cutting, but designs or how you implement the aesthetics of the hair enhancements or colorings and dyes and stuff like that, or design. Yeah, I said designs, but yeah, things like that. So it's just like that would just elevate your skill set in the industry. But what would set you aside is doing that, while you're traveling or maybe talking, having that dope conversation, like a Vic Blends or somebody like that, or when Waves was just like everybody was trying to get the 360s, 720s, 360 Jeezy, people like that just made something that's popular even more interesting and aesthetically enticing to the eye. So for me, when I started up, I was like, I mean, going to the events is cool, but I want to get something out of the events when I go, or connect with people to let them know that I have a stamp of something that makes me different in the industry. So that's what I aspire to do. Just leave behind an example or a paradigm for new people that want to be part of the industry. Let them know, hey, this career that we're in is very vast, and the people we come around, I don't know, you got to have a love for it too. That's another thing. It makes it more enjoyable when you go and do travel and put in the work and effort and the dedication and the discipline and the time. Because the time you can't get back, but the time you put in, make it worth it. So that's what I'm doing, and that's the thing that sets me aside, and that's what I want in the industry, my legacy, to be your favorite traveling podcast host, no matter how big I get or how much I might leave on the table for somebody to take to another level. So, yeah. And one thing you can't coach or teach, though, that I learned, one, likability, and two, your look. You can't teach that. You see it. I don't gotta say nothing. More. But anyway, yeah, let's go to it. Once again, Tuck, I might be coming for your job. Me and Marv been kind of Tuck. You still trust him? Yeah, I know he's the best, kicker that we ever had in the league, but he got to get together, because I'm coming. I'm lacing him up. I'm coming out there during playoff time, and I'm gonna drive us home to this chip, because that's what I do. I'm a winner.
They must have amnesia. They forgot that I'm him.
Speaking of wins, Kansas City is no longer undefeated. So that helps us out, but it hurts us now, because it looks like Buffalo and Chiefs are substantially 1 and 2 seeds in the AFC. And we continue to struggle against lesser level opponents and teams we should beat, but make the crucial mistakes or don't capitalize off the moment they need to be good or great and execute. Turnovers and field goals cost us this week against the Steelers, and I don't like it. I don't like it. Got to do better. That's it, simply put. On the other hand, basketball season is rolling. It's going. My boy Steph and the Warriors, they don't miss Clay at all. He's still killing and closing out games in a dramatic and emphatic form and fashion. And Jokic is killing the league. I don't know how the Cleveland Cavaliers are still undefeated, but they are. That young nucleus they got is shining. I still want, my heart of hearts in a perfect fantasy world, LeBron, AD, and Steph to just play together. Go ahead. Show these young dudes, these up and comers, that y'all still him. The league still goes through y'all, because people like Jokic and Luka and Giannis and Ja, Ant-Man, they coming. Pause. They're on the way. And hey, people like Jokic playing insane. This man is averaging 30 points, 14 rebounds and 12 assists as a big man. Crazy work. College basketball is going on. I don't know, but I love college basketball. That's the young and up-and-coming stars. on the women's side, Juju and them from USC, and see if the prolific powerhouses of UConn and South Carolina going to continue on. South Carolina, see if they can defend their national championship, their natty, and see what the men's side do. The Dukes, the UNCs, UConn too, who's also got the natty. Houston, I think, who was number 1 in men's college basketball. I don't know what else. Who else is really good at popping? Because of the NIL and the way money's moving around, the power shift is happening. The recruitment, the power of the transfer portal, which another coach is taking full advantage of. Our boy Coach Prime, who's ranked number 17 right now. I didn't look at the latest standings, but got another dub. Handled work, did y'all. And another best player in the nation, young Travis Hunter, is he solidified that Heisman. Might as well ship it, put his name on the engravement on the name, the title, the plaque, whatever. Yeah, put Travis Hunter down. The best two-way player that might have ever lived. So let's get to some reels, huh? End this out with your favorite segment.
Oh, well, one gonna do it, but granddaddy, what did you do, granddaddy? Why, I've never been to church house with your head looking like you've been pimping since been pimping. Ooh, he came up to the stylist and said, "Stylist, can you please give me a dirty waters that Jesus walked on? Give me that up in the front, but up in the back, give me a pack, a ramen noodle streaming down my bike, coming down my back, like cotton candy, foot rugs and a Cadillac. Granddaddy, why you gonna do it? How you doing it? I can see your scalp, granddaddy. I can see your scalp, granddaddy. I can see your scalp, granddaddy. Did they glue the top part on, granddaddy? Did they glue it on, granddaddy? Oh no, granddaddy. Body up in worship doing this move, and flakes just a falling, flakes falling, streaming down from the jail. Oh, granddaddy, please don't do it no more. Oh no, granddaddy, let it go. Don't do it no more. Leave it to Granny. Leave it to Annie. Leave it in the 80s. People looking at you crazy. I can't be your grandson no more.
Yo, killed that. Had the church runs, had the backup xylophone organ, the Fisher Price Hammond B3. Yo, killed that. Did you hear the ad-libs? Granddaddy. I wasn't going to say it, but I'm going to do them. I can't be your grandson no more. Yo, killed that. I ain't even got nothing. Hey. If y'all like it, please tag him and comment you love it. Hey, I ain't even got nothing. That man killed that. I'm finna run it back again. I felt that in my Sorry, y'all. I felt that in my shine not just a little bit. You know that I wish I had the backup on the organ or on the drums on the kit. Brother, we need to work together. That's what we need to do. We definitely got to put something together.
Wallah, no one can talk to me. No one. If you see me, don't look at me. Nigga.
How you gonna tell somebody not to look at you and talk to you with your head looking like it's looking? You see that bottlenose dolphin forehead you got? My brother. We gonna talk. You look like a 40 watt, built like a 40 watt light bulb. That's what you built like. How you wanna say don't talk and then turn to the side with it? All that. Like, you gotta get a better camera angle, dude. Don't look up, but put it down. That's what you gotta do. You gotta shift that thing down. And I don't know. I like the confidence, but I don't like the arrogance in it. Like you officially like that facially. Like you a male model or somebody that women is checking for. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna be nice. That's it. I'm being nice.
The way I was raised, I was taught to never kick a man down when he's down and pick him up when he needs to get ups. You don't throw dirt on a man's casket when he's still breathing. Regardless of what you might have heard, what you thought happened in them massages, I challenge all y'alls, every man in this room, to honestly say you never asked for a rub and tug. We all been there. We all sinners. I'm saddened. More so, I'm scared for myself. What would these niggas do to me if I do this? A man is hurt. All we can do is play the hand that God has dealt us. I've already prayed for Deshaun's. I prayed over his legs, his limbs. Shame on the men's and the women's in the stands. The dog pounds. I am not roofing with you niggas today's. But he will win again, and he will be victorious. Verses 7 through 10's Ephesians. Let not be your own dishonor, but look yourselves in the mirrors. Do you like what you sees when you walk out the doors? Where I'm from, I'm a southern child. Born on neck bones, collard greens, country greens.
What I'm talking about, people? You see how they won't leave Jameis Winston alone? Lou Young, hilarious. But legacy, people, you see how it's all connected? You see the full circle of things that's happening? What do you want your legacy to be? Jameis Winston, soundbite every time almost when he's on the mic. Pause. When he's got the mic in front of him, I'm tired of this pause, dude. But when he's got the camera in front of him, lights are brightest, soundbite coming, hilariousness coming. Lou Young, dumb funny. That was legacy, people. Remember, what do you want your legacy to be?
Why is you flinching, bro? They sharp?
Them sharp as hell.
Well, deal with it, nigga. What's wrong with you?
You're a demon.
Don't ever in your life flinch somebody's clippers again,
Man,
nigga.
who are you talking to?
You said what? Alright, you better not flinch. I don't give a f***. You just got a chainsaw, bitch. Hear me?
Alright.
You good?
Yeah, I am.
This way. Nigga, you keep trying to look in the mirror. Look this way. Look at me so I can know if you're straight or not.
I just like to see it come
Look that way one more time. The beard gone.
What you mean the beard gone?
You want me to show you? I can show you better than I can tell you.
Yo, nobody asked for enhancements. What are you
Nobody
saying?
asked for what?
Alright.
You said what?
Alright.
Alright. You getting enhancements? Mm-hmm. A lot. Dark.
Why that dude threaten that man beard like that, man? How you gonna hold that man haircut hostage like that, Tay? How you gonna do that? You know what? I'm semi-jealous. I ain't gonna hold you. Low key, I'm gonna have to add this to my repertoire. Say something else. Say you don't like enhancements. I don't like using them anyway, but you gonna get them today. Oh, you don't? Beard gone. Eyebrow gone. Your hairline sides, they ain't that strong. I might push them back. See if you can push back with those hands. That's see if you got hands. See if you got that. Huh?
Boy, ain't no way this is real. This is AI and not Allen Iverson. This is alternative information. Okay? There's no way you got to the bottom of Murray's pomade. This ain't Sporting Waves. Sporting Waves, you get a little groove in, you can get to going. Murray's civil rights strength, Jim Crow level strength, that was gonna hold. You could, if you ran out of concrete, you lay Murray's down, your house is gonna be built on top of strength. There was a time when I was trying to get waves. You just try Murray's. You probably get a quarter of the way through, maybe half. And that's enough. That's years worth. The only way this is real is if he bought the first can of Murray's and it was passed down from generation to only Murray himself made this and put it in their family, and you had to pass it down upon the death of your father. He passed it down to the eldest son through generations. One person couldn't use enough Murrays. Ain't no way.
My man Kev got a point. As a person that used to have waves back in the day, and now that I'm a barber, I think my father was high-key hating because after you get the fresh cut, you shampoo and brush it in the shower and cap it. But my father, who was my barber, except for a few that's in here, he used to cut against the grain, especially when my hair was nice and luscious and had that density to it. My father wasn't cutting with the grain, only except a couple times when I got older, when I realized he was sabotaging my waves. And I never seen the can of Murrays in my life in the house. I think my pops had it in a barber bag, and if I check his bag, it probably is that same can of Murray's grease. And I ain't never used it. Like you said, the sporting waves or the comb through gel. Yeah, brush that in there, cap it, boom. You in there, you swimming, ocean. But I'm kind of mad about that back in the day. Like my 360s, they could have been popping even more if my dad cut my hair with the grain. But this dude want to cut against the grain, take my waves and be like, keep on working at it, son. I know what you was trying to do. You wasn't trying to cut my hair that frequent and get a lower level because, kids' hair grow fast. And now I can't get waves no more. I can't even get them because the struggle is real. BT Dubs, if you ever finished a can of Murray's wave grease, put it in the comment section. Or if you know anybody that's achieved this accomplishment, yeah, I want to hear the story behind that and how long it took. Oh. Well, that about does it. It's been an eventful weekend and the letdowns and the good times and good moments and all that. Legacy, people. Remember, what do you want your legacy to be? Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, of course. Talk to the comment, leave a comment in the section down below. Follow me on all platforms, IG, TikTok, and YouTube, and E-Man's Barber Life on the other channel and stuff like that. And thanks for rocking with your boy once again. E-Man the Barber, Golden Making, Savant Extraordinaire, your barber's favorite barber, your favorite traveling podcast host with the legacy TBD, but the trajectory is on me, and we going up. See you in a week. Get out of here. I don't know. I'm done.
Thank you for having me, E-Man. Barber. Golden Making. Oh, wow. Thank you for having me, and we cut up.
Thank you.